Flexispot was kind enough to send over their E6 standing desk for a quick review. Now, I've been using the E7 Pro for the past 2 years as my everyday work desk, so I'm very excited to test out the E6. So let's rewind a little bit and let's go over how it comes in the mail and what's inside the package when you get it. So the desk just got here. As you can see, it comes in 2 packages, one for the legs and one for the actual desktop. And this is I'm actually happy to see this because the last standing desk that I ordered on Amazon, I didn't realize it was going to come like this, but it actually came in 2, like the desktop itself came in 2 pieces. So there was always a line down the middle of the desktop. So I'm actually thrilled that this actually is a 1-piece desktop. The legs had some nice weight to them. So I'm gonna get these unboxed and show you everything that comes in the packaging. Here is what is included. We'll start off with the desktop. Before I get into that, the desks are completely customizable. I know you can get different sizes, different colors. This is what was included in my box. I got the 55 by 28 desktop in this nice brown colorway, as well as the black legs. The desktop is really nice. It's bamboo, so it's not nearly as heavy as a full wooden desk, but it still has a nice, it's still nice and sturdy. And it's great because it has these holes already pre-drilled for you, so it looks like installation is gonna be super easy. One thing that I will mention with the legs, the desk does come with these wheels or casters that you can swap out the foots for. So if you don't want the wheels, it includes the feet, but the wheels are there as a nice option if you want to move your desk around your home, or if you're like me, mine's going in my garage, it's gonna need to be moved around wherever I'm gonna be working at the moment. So the wheels are a huge plus in my book. Other than that, it does have the control center right here with some nice buttons. The buttons are backlit. I'll show you that after I get this all put together. The legs are dual motor, so each leg has its own motor. And then there's only a few pieces here to put the desk together. So this shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna go ahead and get this put together and then we'll test out how stable the desk is once it's completely built. Putting the desk together was actually super simple. It took me less than 30 minutes to get it done. I am using a drill to tighten a lot of the bolts. If you do that, be very careful to not over torque it, but that did cut down a lot of the time that I would have been screwing the bolts together, but fairly simple installation. All right, now that we have the desk built, let's go over some key features. Obviously, the most important one is the actual stability of the desk. Now, Flexispot says that this can withstand 325-pound blows, I guess, 20,000 times. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and test this and hit it 20,000 times, but I figured I could lower it down and maybe jump on it and see how well it withstands my weight. I weigh right around 200 pounds, so I feel like that's a pretty good test. I don't think most of our computer equipment is going to weigh much more than 200 pounds, so here goes nothing. All right, so I think the noise that we just heard was the wheels dragging on the ground back there, but it's holding up pretty good. We can try out going up to its max height, and honestly, this desk is a lot taller than I was expecting. I feel like this one might go higher than the E7, but I don't have them side by side. I could just be making that up, but it seems to be moving my weight pretty good. I think if I move around too much, it's gonna think we hit an obstacle and start going back down. So I'm gonna let this do its thing and go up to the top and see how it holds up the weight. All right, so it got me all the way up to the top. It's still, you know, it's on wheels, so it's gonna have a little shake to it, but you know, being up at the top, what's it look like over there? How's it look from your view?
It just looks like it's moving with the wheels.
Yeah, seems pretty sturdy to me. Let's go back down and we can go over some other features. Why don't we add another 100 pounds to the mix? Carly, get over here, sit down. Feels a lot more sturdy now.
Does it?
You weighed it down. I'm just kidding. All right, we're gonna go back up to the top.
I'm kind of scared. I'm scared of heights.
Uh-oh. We're like right at its max weight right now. It's definitely moving a little slower, but
you move too much.
It's still controlling our weight pretty well. What would you say?
I'm impressed, honestly.
Before we move on to the additional features, I did want to mention their warranty to back up their claims of the 325 pounds, 20,000 times. They do offer a 15-year warranty, so that's a pretty good warranty in my eyes. Then moving on, the wheels. I've mentioned them a couple times. The front wheels are locking, so you can lock them into place. Desk won't really move anywhere, and then you move them up, and if for any reason you might need to move your desk around, yeah, it's on wheels. Nice option to have. Again, like I mentioned when we were putting it together, if you don't want it on wheels, it does come with the regular feet that you can swap out instead of the wheels. And moving on to the legs here to, add to the stability, what makes the desk so stable is that it has this 3-leg design. Let me move this up a little bit so you can see it. As you can see, there's 3 sections of the leg here. Again, adding to the stability, making this desk as stable as it is. And then moving on to the keypad. So you have the up and down button, obviously. And then you have 4 programmable settings. You have a standing position, a sitting position, and then 2 optional positions here. If, say, your optimal standing height is 42.3, you just hit the M, hit that standing button, it's gonna lock it into place, and then if the desk moves somewhere else, you'll hit the standing button and it's gonna return it right back to your 42.3. And then you can do that for all 4 of these. I have the sitting one already programmed to my sitting height. Just hit the button and it's gonna take it right down to, I can't remember what I set it at, but 28.5. And as you can see, all these buttons are backlit, so if it's a dark room, you'll still be able to see them clear as day. All right, as for the cables, obviously there's a ton of cables going on since it has 2 motors and everything's got to connect somewhere. For cable management, they did include some simple cable management solutions. You have just some regular Velcro, some wire organizers, and then I used several of these 3M straps that you can just stick to the bottom of the desk and organize the wires and get them tucked away out of sight, so it's just a clean look under the desk. All right, so first impressions of the E6 standing desks are honestly great. It's got a super high build quality similar to the other Flexispot that I've had in the past. If you're an individual who works from home, the simple fact that you can go from sitting to standing at any point throughout the day without interrupting your work, I think a standing desk is a must-have, and the E6 from Flexispot is definitely a great value at its price point. And speaking of price point, Flexispot is doing a 1-day only sale. They're doing a spring sale event on April 15th where you can get up to 60% off. So if you haven't pulled the trigger on one of these already, April 15th is your day to do it. Thanks again to Flexispot for sending over the E6 standing desk.